welcome back to another episode of Coffee with a Kick. I'm Hunter York, joined as always by Zander Favely.
That is true.
Zander,
I'm always here.
That's true. I feel like we should just get right into this one. Lots to talk about today.
Lots of
a lot
matches.
of Premier League action. One still to come today when you're listening on Monday, October 3rd. But we have midweek action in the Champions League. So we're going to go over that just a little bit. Let's see how we did this weekend, Xander, shall we? We made our predictions on the last podcast.
You can check it out here if you wanted to go back to Friday.
Yeah, you're on YouTube. It's up in the corner. If you are listening on podcast networks, it's our previous episode.
It's called Previous Episode. Go ahead and check it out.
It's called Previous Episode. So go ahead and check that out. Xander, let's start with Arsenal-Tottenham.
Arsenal-Tottenham, first match of the weekend. One of the big matches. Well, how did we do? I'll say not well as far as predictions are concerned. Yep. Not particularly well. You had it as a 2-2 draw. I had it as a 2-3 Tottenham victory. And, it ended up not that way.
No, well, here's what we can do. You had lots of goals. One team scored 3, so there you go. And I predicted the correct amount of goals scored. So give us like a 0.1.
Sure, you can dice it up that way. This was the first time that we saw Arsenal put both Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus in the starting 11 far this season, just stealing some City cast-offs. That was nice.
Yeah, every time I see him, I miss him. I'm like that because I liked Jesus, but it's hard to complain when you get rid of Jesus and bring in Erling Haaland. It's hard to complain, but Jesus wanted to be an out-and-out striker, so he went to Arsenal. Has been doing well. Arsenal's still in first place after this. Surprisingly so. I don't think very many people had them in first right now. But
I certainly didn't.
No, and I certainly did not either. So 0 for 2 on this podcast. But moving on, we go to a shocking result for us, because I know we got Liverpool-Brighton 3-3.
Oh, Liverpool-Brighton. Wait, what? Which one?
3-3. Liverpool v. Brighton.
Liverpool v. Brighton, obviously. 3-3. Yeah, we both had this going opposite directions. You had 0-2 Brighton. I had 2-0 Liverpool. You know what? First things first. Brighton's aways, I like them. I like Brighton's aways. They're kind of simple.
Nice kids. Yeah. I think they have some nice kids.
It's really nice. But yeah, this one had a Trossard.
Trossard Hattie.
And really, Liverpool got lucky in this match. Brighton looked superior for the majority of the match. They really showed out well, especially it could have very easily been 3-0 by the 13th minute with some of those early chances that Brighton had. But Liverpool, to their credit, stuck in there and even went up, right? They went up to
9.
Yeah, went up after
with the game in hand.
A real bad miscue by the goalkeeper there for Brighton, leading to an own goal. But Brighton, listen, they showed that they are where they belong. They belong up at the top of the table. All their goals were really nicely worked. And really, I was very impressed by Brighton in this match.
Yeah, I'm going to call my shot here and say that this Brighton squad's going to be picked apart. It was kind of like Leicester. I feel like they're going to get picked apart at the end of the season by bigger clubs, guys looking to move into bigger leagues, as in being a regular player for like a bigger club in another league, I should say. But yeah, Brighton looking really good. Really good.
Alexander-Arnold almost did steal this at the very end with a fantastic strike, but the Brighton goalkeeper made up for his previous mistake and kept the draw there for Brighton. And man, a good kit, good squad. There's not much more to say. Like they deserved to win that match because all of Liverpool's goals were were pretty kind of one-offs, not great, and
kind of against the run of play at moments. And that's how Liverpool win games. They catch you off guard, but Brighton held firm. So credit to Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are we going here? Newcastle, Fulham, because of that game?
Yep, Newcastle, Fulham. Oh yeah,
Well,
love this
just
one.
a little 4-1 win
Hmm.
for Newcastle. Fulham
Everybody
went
saw it
down to
coming.
10.
Everybody saw it coming. Don't worry about it.
Everyone saw it coming. Xander, you did not. As
What
you
What do you
said,
mean? What do you mean? I called it
the
2-1 Fulham.
what
I
was
mean, you
your
called a 1-1 draw.
reason?
So
The fighting Clint Dempsey's?
yeah, the fighting Clint Dempsey's.
Mm.
Well, I will say there was some fighting. Very, very early red card there for Fulham, provided via VAR.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's always fun. It's one of the ones that you're like, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess it wasn't crazy or anything, but
No, but I
it
mean,
was deserving of a red. You could
yeah,
see
you
it that
have
go
to
that
give
way.
it as hard as that is. Sometimes you have to, even that early. I mean, Newcastle pounced on it right away. I mean,
Yeah.
3 minutes later, Callum Wilson, and then you have
Which whose kits
was it
I don't
Miguel
hate. I don't
Almiron?
hate Newcastle's kits. The
Oh,
away
they're
kits.
aways. They're
Yeah.
aways. Yeah, they're not bad. I believe they're Castore as well, right? Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So not bad.
Yeah, and really
Little race for
Fulham was out
Miguel
of it.
Almiron.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. Fulham was out of it. They looked really terrible. They really did. It was the sloppy defense. I mean, the first goal there for Trippier was just. I mean, they outnumbered him in the box on a breakaway. It was 3-2 on a. I mean, it was a great ball in, but all three of those guys could have scored it. Really, with how poorly they were marking there for Fulham.
yeah. I mean, Fulham are one of those teams you kind of feel bad for because you kind of want them to succeed a little bit, but they just feels like they're getting in their own way a bunch. So.
Yeah, but yeah, you were talking about Almiron. Boy, that was a great half volley.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't a great ball in.
MLS product.
I mean, hey, there's a reason he moved out of it, right?
Yeah,
But
we've said that for years. If you're good, go.
Get out. I mean, good for Jordan Morris getting loaned out to Swansea City, but still, yeah, that had some movement on that half volley. It was a fantastic goal.
Beautiful, great win for Newcastle there. Moving on to Everton v Southampton. 2-1 Everton. How do we do there? How do we do?
You got it right. Not totally right. You called a win by Everton. I called a 0-0 draw. So, props to you. Foresaw this to some degree.
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought would happen. I just wasn't able to say it well in the pod. I wanted to say 2-1. I did.
Yeah, you were really. That's. I mean, I kind of talked over you. I forced you into the 0-1. I think probably it's my fault.
But good pickup of points there for Everton. I think they went on that little run there to get their 2 goals, and then it was just kind of business as usual. I felt, and there's always chances here and there, but Everton was.
Nice to see Connor Cody out there getting a goal, even though he's not with my Wolves anymore.
No, I was gonna say, missing him.
I mean, listen. Obviously, I'm missing him. But we can move right over here to our West Ham Wolves. Oof. The Wolves lost this one. They looked very good for the first 20, 30 minutes of this match, and then there was the goal by Skamaka, whoever that guy is, kind of snapped their resolve, it seems, almost.
Well, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, they fired the manager after that one.
Well,
Wolves are seeking a new manager.
I mean,
we're the third one in 2 years or whatever.
Being in the relegation zone will do that to you.
Well, I mean, it's funny to say this 3 years, 4 years on or whatever. Wolves should not be in the relegation area. They should not be. The amount of money, the amount of talent.
Yeah.
You should never be in that zone.
No.
So, I think they need to take their time here with the right manager and give him time.
It's early in the season. There are 2 teams that you don't have to worry about in the match for tomorrow, that you just got to worry about being in 18th, essentially, is all you got to do.
If you can start... Oh, good voice crack right there. If you can start... if you can start picking up points, even drawing other teams, I mean, that changes a season. So I think it was the right move to fire their manager. I'm interested to see who will want the job, Maybe old Sam Allardyce will come back, do the old save a team from relegation and bounce like he always does.
Well,
Big Sam.
it doesn't get very easy for the Wolves going forward. We got Chelsea up next.
Oh, Chelsea and Palace.
Great. Yeah.
Chelsea beat Palace 2-1. But, I mean, Edouard scored in the 7th minute, putting a lot of pressure on Chelsea, though.
I'm just not sure what Chelsea are doing with their kids. I'm not a big fan of their aways. I saw them. They've got a weird. It's almost like they're matching their.
Well, they kind of look like a polo you would buy in middle school to
actually
switch it up a little bit.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, let's put on this Tommy Hilfiger outfit. That's what their kid looks
it doesn't fit you though. It's like that's built for somebody who's a Tommy Hilfiger model, not you.
Not you, guy.
Not you.
But you try anyway. But they got the late points from Conor Gallagher.
Oh yeah,
90th minute to win the match.
First match against its former team. I mean, he was Crystal Palace Player of the Year last year.
Yeah,
and
I mean that's a big moment.
It was a good hit. And guess who assisted him? Christian Pulisic.
Oh, Captain America.
That's right.
Little side note: did you see his new boots?
I did not.
They released for him the
Pulisic's? I did not.
Yeah. They're okay.
If you're saying bad news, I'm guessing they're not great.
I love Puma. Love Puma. But come on, guys. Like, it looks like they were just like, how can we make these look as American as possible? And that's what they did.
But not in a good way.
Not a good way. Like,
awesome.
Yeah. These are some you're going to see at, like, youth tournaments for the next, 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like your muddy day cleats. That's what I think. So, good win for Chelsea there. Good for the American to get back into assisting and scoring form.
Yeah.
Pulisic.
Maybe he can work his way into the starting 11 for their new manager there.
You hope so for
you
the
really
US
do.
sake.
You really do hope so.
Where are we at? Bournemouth, Brentford.
We can move back there. Oh, we both got that. We both got that Chelsea match correct. Yeah, we both said Chelsea was going to win, and they did.
Oh, yeah. Look at us. Look at us. Bournemouth, Brentford. I mean, what is there to say? I mean, really.
I think it should have been a penalty. They didn't give. I really did think it should have been a penalty.
It was close. It was close.
I mean, but yeah, that's. And then there was a good chance for Bournemouth there later on, but there was a goal line clearance from Brentford that saved the points for him. And it's good for Brentford to keep the points available. Like you're talking about, every point in the end, every point matters. And even if you're in the middle of the table right now, as Brentford is, truly just dead straight middle at 10 points. That could all change over the course of a couple weekends.
Right. As long as you are not losing all 3 points when you're in the lower half of the table, you should be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you're going to have to beat other people around you. But, if you can get a point in a match like this, I think both teams can be happy with it. I mean, you'd want to get the win, of course, but not dropping more points.
And especially dropping points to Bournemouth, who is right around your same tier of teams. Yep. It's going to be a pretty big dogfight there for that 18th. Like I've said, 19th and 20th. It's going to be Nottingham and Leicester. I mean, looking forward, it's going to be tough for them. They're not good.
No,
it's kind of exactly. It's what it is. They're not good.
Well, they're championship level sides, really.
Yeah,
Nottingham, Leicester more so. I think Nottingham spent a bunch of money, but Leicester have just looked awful. So that match coming tomorrow, we'll talk about that in a second. What are we going to go today? We want to do the derby, or we want to talk about the
we'll start with Leeds and Villa.
Jesse Marsh.
We'll start with Leeds and Villa, just so that we have, a good unbroken chunk available for the Manchester derby.
Oh, I won't talk too much about the derby. I don't want to rub it in too much.
Oh no, that doesn't sound like anything that you would want to do. Well, unfortunately, we don't have a lot to talk about for Leeds Aston Villa. Nothing happened.
Did you see what he said after the game, Jesse Marsh?
No, I did not.
He was like, no one wants to watch that kind of soccer. Talking about Villa.
Oh, yeah?
Where it's just so slow. And it's not like build-up play.
I mean, we called a couple snooze fests for this week. This was the snooze fest this week. It was truly like, I don't know how. I don't know how you watch that whole thing. I don't know. Like going back to our last episode, I don't know how they get the noon spot over the Manchester Derby on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not worried. I mean, I'm getting up either way for City, but putting Leeds and Villa as your Sunday, like, I guess, prime time spot, and then Leicester and Nottingham on the Monday night game.
I know. It's
Like,
weird. I mean, I guess
what a
it's
weird
probably
way
some
to
sort of
end the weekend.
Yeah, it's probably some sort of contractual thing, but really, it's the Manchester Derby. That should be taking top billing on any weekend.
And it
And then on top of that, they had the North London Derby, Arsenal and Tottenham on Friday in the morning slot at 7:30.
I will say this about the Man City. Well, I mean, you can call it the Man City Derby now because it's our city. But the Derby today was insane. I
Really,
was texting you during it, and it was like, I mean, 6-3 is because
And that
or
really
like, what,
that really
5-6
oversells
minutes.
that really oversells what happened with United. I mean, that was
Well, there were like 5 or 6 minutes where City just like turned off and United scored. However, that Antony strike was
that one.
pretty.
That one's one of the ones where
That
like,
was a
okay,
pretty
you know
strike.
what? I'll let you have it. That was a good one.
Yeah. Well, I
I'll
was
let
watching
you
with
have
my
that.
brothers, and he shot it, and we're like, "Oh, you got to be getting there, Ederson." And they showed a replay, and we go, "Oh, never mind. It's a really good shot."
That's
But how about? I mean, this
how
is a
about
dream
it?
derby
Just really,
for Man
how
City.
about it? Okay,
You have two boyhood fans of the club score hat tricks. Haaland and Foden,
and they weren't cheap either. Like they were all well
the
worked.
De Bruyne cross into Haaland
On the first
back
goal.
post.
Oh,
yeah, where he just was sliding and put it in.
perfect.
Unbelievable.
Perfect ball in. And then Haaland gets up and does his own De Bruyne impersonation to give Foden his. That ball across.
I'm running out of things to say about Erling Haaland. Like, what more can you say that he's just
Right. He showed his true versatility as a striker in this because he had his goals. And then on top of his goals, he distributed. On top of that, he scored on a great header, just fighting with everybody on the Man U defense on the corner to get his header goal.
Every game I go, he's getting better, and that's scary.
It just goes back to our saying, right? Erling Haaland, good at soccer.
Good at soccer.
I mean, that's all. That's what you got to say at this point. This is 3 straight home hat tricks for Erling Haaland. That's not something people do.
No, he's the only one to ever do it.
That's not something you do.
Only person to ever do it in the Premier League. And they put up a graphic that he's on pace for like 60 goals.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, just incredible.
My goodness.
And I was going to say, it's crazy to see someone with that kind of goal scoring prowess also be unselfish. He's really not taking bad shots.
No.
Like, he took one today where I thought, okay, you're not getting that off.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was like he's trying to find the teammates.
Right.
And you don't see that a lot with especially young strikers. So what he's doing is just, I could talk all day about it as a City fan, but he'll just do this like 3 more times in the next month.
Yeah, he'll give us some more chances to do it.
Yeah.
To talk about how great he is.
So City won 6-3. Neither of us had that kind of
not quite. I mean, we both called a City win.
I did have a City win. Yeah. City win.
You said 3-1. I said 2-0. I mean, it was
3-1.
It was
just double it, and I was close.
You were close. Yeah, it was 2-0 at one point in the match.
It was.
So, that's something.
I was way off with because City lately, before the big break, was like getting down early and having to battle back. This one they just left no doubt.
Yeah, you said that it was going to be 3-1 Man City victory, but they were losing 1-0 at half. And it was the total opposite. It was 4-0 at half.
I'm not complaining.
No, obviously. Wow. You can't complain about that. But
enough about the Manchester Derby.
But really, if you got the chance, at least go back and watch like the 15-minute review on YouTube for NBC Sports. Like, it's worth it. Man City looks incredible.
Yeah, I could talk all day, like I said. I don't want to because it would get old.
Well,
Let's talk
you'll
about
choose
tomorrow's
not to. How about that?
Leicester City versus
I
Nottingham
mean,
Forest. Almost at Tottenham.
I guess we can do that. We're supposed to, at
I'm
least.
gonna go 1-1, and that's generous to Leicester. I just think like 1-1 is just sticking out. I almost said 0-0, but we'll go 1-1
I'm
for the
gonna
match
go.
tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central.
I'm gonna go 0-2 Tottenham Forest. Really put Leicester in their place. Like I know. Now I'm just gonna say, like, I know we're 19th, but you are 20th, bro.
And
Sit down.
You're a bad 20th.
Yeah.
Bad 20th. Let's take a quick look at the table here, just quickly. Your top 4 right now. If the season ended right now, your Champions League qualifiers are Arsenal, Man City,
And
Tottenham,
as everybody expected,
Brighton,
as
and
everybody
Chelsea in
expected, BHA.
that playoff spot. Then you got a bunch of teams that like
A bunch.
United's got 12 and 6th. Yeah. Newcastle and Fulham 7 and 8 with 11 points. And then you have Liverpool, Brentford, and Everton with 10, sitting at 9, 10, and 11. Leeds and Bournemouth with 9 points each in 12th and 13th. Leeds have a game in hand there, and their goal difference is 0.
Just keeping it steady.
13, minus 13.
I know it's minus 13, but they're still in it essentially. I mean, they're only 1 win out of 6th technically.
Then moving into the relegation zone, Leicester in 20th with a point. That may change tomorrow in my prediction. Zander's not so much. Nottingham Forest in 19th. And then you have Wolves sitting in 18th with 6
only
points.
Because of goal difference.
No, Palace have a game in hand as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So they're in 17th.
Yeah, we got to do something about the 3 goals for on the season.
You get a point. You get a point, and a team like West Ham doesn't, you're immediately out. Yeah, if you get a point, if you win, you move way up. You move into like 14th.
But Chelsea not good, but we do have both Nottingham Forest and Leicester coming up later this month. So
better hope you don't lose to them.
Well, yeah, obviously. And Crystal Palace. Actually, we have a stretch of 3 here on the 15th, 18th, and 23rd, where we've got Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, and Leicester City. So after Chelsea, we've got some chance for some points. Does it look promising? Yeah. No, it does not. We have 3 goals out of 8 games. That is not good.
Well, if I've learned anything from the Premier League, there is always time. Just look at what Man City did in 2012.
There is time.
Way back, go and win.
Plenty of time. Don't overreact.
Plenty of time.
Don't overreact.
I wanted to look at the Golden Boot, the top scorers right now. I'll just say the top 3.
What, the Erling Haaland Award? What do we?
Yeah, Haaland has 14 goals. Second is Harry Kane with 7.
Haaland has. Haaland has 14 goals.
14 goals in the Premier League alone. Yes, not bad.
So he has more goals himself than 14 other teams. Yes. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you right now.
Okay, that seems cool. That seems awesome. Seems like a cool thing. Cool bro,
third
dude.
Place,
cool,
Alexander Mitrovic has 6, and then 5 players are tied with 5.
Who was in second? I'm sorry, I was counting.
Harry Kane has 7.
Harry Kane. Did you see his penalty today? His silly, just straight down the middle FIFA mistake penalty.
Yeah,
so silly.
I've said it once. I'll say it again. City dodged a bullet. And then here you go with the assist leaders. Kevin De Bruyne with 8. Second place is Bernardo Silva and Bukayo Saka with 4 each. And then, if he didn't already bother you enough, tied for 4th, well, I guess 3rd, you have Erling Haaland in the mix with 3 assists.
Come on.
14. He has 17 goals.
He is accounting for 17 goals across all matches.
Incredible stuff. I
know you paid a lot for him, but he was a steal.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered how much we paid. We got him for a bargain. Before we go into a little bit of Champions League predictions, these are going to be just we think who's going to win or draw. Keep it short, simple.
Short and sweet.
That way, into the week, we can kind of review them. Short and sweet, no scoreline, whatever. But before that, you know that we love this company. It's classicfootballshirts.co.uk. Incredible guys over there, incredible business. Pick up any of your favorite team shirts. I mean, you can go on there and find obscure clubs, Zander. I mean, you've seen that. You can just go on and if you're just like looking at shirts that you like, you're gonna find a bunch. Like I find that I myself adding a bunch of stuff to the wish list because I'm like, that looks amazing. And they've taken a ton of my money because I love Man City Umbro products. Love them. That was my favorite era of Man City. But you can use our links that are in the description of the video and the podcast, and you can head over and use one of their many discount codes available to you. They always have some kind of sale going on, always great prices, things you can't find anywhere else. So you're getting a great deal, great products. I love them. I've purchased Zander a Wolves kit from there. So
Got me Wolves.
Yeah.
The Goldens always look good. That's all I gotta say. The Goldens always look good.
It's a good shade of like an orangish yellow. It's a good. But yep, use a link in the description and go find yourself some awesome kits and tag us in it. We want to see what you snag.
Remember the rules. Shirts on the floor, no faces, no bodies.
You know, I'm as the good guy on this podcast, you can show whatever you want within reason.
Okay, boy, yeah, you're treading a fine line there, gentlemen.
I'm not going to tell you to never show your face and put the shirt on the ground. It's not a hostage negotiation.
Listen,
Zander.
You could put it on a bed if you want, or hanging up. You can do the Adidas promo shots and hang it over a rusty beam. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to go to downtown Nashville tomorrow and just hang like a brand new shirt over a rusty bar.
Hey, I think it was Adidas who did that.
And then we'll say like grit.
With the grit and grind. What is this? The Pacers from 2018?
No, whoa. Stolen Valor. That was a grit.
Sorry, grit and grind. I'm sorry. I'm singing blue collar gold swagger.
Yeah, see, grit and grind was good. Blue collar gold swagger was lame.
Let's cut. Yeah, okay, sure. We'll cut it off here. This is not a basketball podcast.
No. Thankfully.
So I'm glad that we've established that I'm the villain in this podcast. That's good to know.
Well, I'm more willing to let people be themselves.
All right. You know? Well, we'll move on to
take a picture with their shirt on. I'm not going to block them.
We'll head on to the Champions League midweek action here.
All right, you go ahead and read them off. I'm going to tell you my gut reaction.
Right. Starting off here with the matches coming out on Tuesday. Bayern versus Victoria Blitzen. That's going to be Bayern München.
Oh, you think?
I mean,
we'll go out on a limb. Tie 2-2.
Ooh.
Got a feeling about the Plitzens.
All right. Okay. And then we got Marseille versus Sporting.
Oh, never mind. I changed it. No, it's going to be like 5-0. Change it.
Oh, you're going to change it?
Off the table. Changed it.
All right.
Sorry,
all right, fine.
A little bit. I don't want that one.
Bayern as well. And then Marseille versus Sporting CP. I think Marseille purrs it out. Marseille purrs it out.
I'm going to say draw.
You're going to say draw there?
Draw there.
And then Ajax and Napoli. I'm going draw here.
I'm going Ajax. I think Ajax going to win.
Ajax could do it, but I think this one's going to be a draw. Club Brugge versus Atletico Madrid.
Madrid. Atletico
Madrid.
Of course.
I'm going to go Bruges. I'm going to go surprising like 1-0, park the bus, boring snooze fest.
That's what you look for in Champions League soccer. Yeah. Snooze fests.
Eintracht and Tottenham. Eintracht Frankfurt and Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to say Tottenham bounces back in this. Wait, no. Didn't they win? Did they win this week? Hold on. Let me look at my notes. No, Tottenham lost. Yeah, Tottenham bounces back.
I'm going to go draw here.
Draw?
Draw.
It's quite possible. FC Porto and Bayern Leverkusen.
I'm going to go Leverkusen.
I was going to go draw. Internazionale in Barcelona.
Ooh. I'm going to go Inter.
Inter. I'm going Inter too.
I don't think they're going to win it like the whole thing, but I think they're solid this year.
Definitely. And then real head scratcher here, Liverpool or Rangers? I think I'm
Um,
gonna go Liverpool.
that's probably a good choice.
Probably a good choice.
Uh, you know what? Draw.
Draw? All
Draw.
right, fine. Be a weirdo.
Draw. I mean, what do you want me to say?
You just hate Liverpool, that's all.
I yes, but
Fair. Tough, but fair.
tough but fair, Xander.
All
What are we
right.
at? Wednesday now.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Ooh, the big matches now.
Go ahead and start us off there for Wednesday.
Oh, you want me to go? I was waiting on you.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean,
go
I can do it.
RB Salzburg versus Dynamo Zagreb. I got Salzburg winning this match.
Got Salzburg over Zagreb.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't care about this one. I'm gonna say draw.
Oh, because I totally cared about Eintracht versus
Yes, you did.
Tottenham.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I can't.
Yes, you did. RB Leipzig and Celtic. Boy, I'm gonna go RB.
Yeah, I mean that's. You know what? I'm going big on the Scots this week. Scottish teams are drawing both their games.
All
Come
right.
on.
Really showing out here. Benfica and PSG. Come on.
PSG, man.
It's got to be
Come on.
PSG.
I mean, come on.
Ooh, this one's an interesting one. Chelsea and AC Milan.
No, it's not Chelsea.
Okay.
I mean, if it was like 2006, yeah, be real crazy.
Juve and Maccabi Haifa. Maccabi Haifa, excuse me. I'm gonna go draw here for Maccabi Haifa. Oh, I went draw with Chelsea and AC.
Oh, I was gonna say you never.
I mean, Juve's gonna win, but I'm gonna try to give
Yeah,
Maccabi
Juventus
a
is gonna
point
win.
here. City
Easy.
and FC Copenhagen. I mean, we gotta go with the fighting Hollands.
citizens. Yeah,
Real
yeah.
and Shakhtar Donetsk.
Real.
Shakhtar?
Is it at Shakhtar? Is it at Shakhtar?
No, it is at Real.
Okay, then Real. Because playing Shakhtar on the road is tough.
Yeah.
The City have them like
I'm gonna draw it here for why not. And then finishing up the midweek action, Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund.
I'm gonna go Sevilla.
Really?
Yep. I mean, I think Dortmund.
I'm gonna give it to Dortmund. I know Sevilla's got some quality, but Dortmund, they always got the young up and comers there at Dortmund that get stolen eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I want one of their young players, Jude Bellingham, young Englishman, very good.
All right, well, we'll see how we do here on Friday.
Probably not great.
There's a lot of teams that we know a lot less about here.
All right, before we wrap up here, you know that we've talked about them before. It's Viegas Footwear. Amazing boots, amazing deals. You guys have actually been smashing it right now. Going over there and showing
just like
love.
the like button. Smash the like button.
Smash the like button. That's what I need to do to be a real YouTuber.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Follow us on what is it, Discord people have? I don't have
that. Yeah, I think some people have Discord channels and stuff. We don't.
Follow my subreddit. But Viegas Footwear, great deals. I've told you I picked up plenty of their classic boots. What do I have in front of me right now? Ooh, I have the Evo Power Tricks from the 2014 World Cup, the baby blue and pinks.
Okay.
Maybe my favorite pair of boots of all time, like just the colorway.
I thought you
said. I don't know why.
Hold on, you said that the last pair of boots was your favorite pair of boots.
I said performance-wise, yes.
Okay. All right. I'll have to listen back and check that out.
The Hypervenom ones, I have a list. It's Hypervenom ones, incredible. Top 5 boot of all time. I think the colorway on the Evo Power one, let me continue to say colorway is what I like about it. I mean, I do like the Evo Powers as a boot. They're not my favorite ever, but they're up there. But you can snag those and pretty much whatever kind of boot you want. Copa Mundials, indoors, casual boots, and then some of the rarer ones that I've seen on there was like the Safari Pack Mercurials. I really actually wanted to get one of those. Passed on it for now, but I may beat you to it. But use our code FBR10. That's the number 10. So use FBR10 at checkout. We'll also have links in the description. of the video and the pod.
FBR 10 for 10% off.
10% off of your entire order, not just like one boot.
There you go.
But there you go. So
throw
great
in
deal.
some other materials.
Great people over there. Love them. Zander, we are back Friday
morning. Be on the lookout for maybe be on the lookout for a little bit of midweek action of our own here. Maybe an article,
there
maybe
may
a
be a review of a popular game that's just released in the last few days.
And it may even be a soccer-related game. No promises, though.
Maybe. And the opinion...
Emphasis on the no promises.
And the opinion is interesting. I'll tell you that right now. Other than that, we never said what coffee we were drinking today.
I know. I've almost drained my cup here. I cheated a little bit today, guys.
I cheated a little bit today.
What, you went with tea?
Yes.
Oh, that was a shot in the dark. You went with tea.
It was a good shout.
Listen, tea has its place.
I needed it today. Voice was in and out. I was like, I need some tea.
A little bit of tea, a little bit of honey. I'll make it up
to all these coffee listeners that we have. I'll make it up to you on Friday. Get a fresh cup of Joe.
Yeah, I've just got a pretty standard cup of Joe here myself. A little bit of cream, a little bit of sugar. Nothing special, but it's tasty.
I've actually, the older I've gotten, I don't really put sugar in it. I just put the creamer.
Well, the problem is I'm still working with the Keurig. Yeah, I'm still working. Oh, I see. Because there's sugar in the creamer. Yeah, I use heavy cream, so there's no sugar in that. Yeah, I like it dense. I like a dense cup of coffee.
Soup. You like a coffee soup.
I prefer it to be considered a slurry, not quite a soup. It looks a little bit more homogeneous, kind of a colloidal mixture of thick coffeeness.
If you are also like Zander, there are places to seek help.
Please call 877-345-6592.
Is that real or is that like
it's a phone number? It's the right number of digits. I have no idea where it goes.
Somebody call toll free. Let us know. Probably
let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. But that wraps up this episode. Zander, good week of soccer. Great weekend.
Yes, very pleasurable for you, I'm sure.
Hoping it continues with more wins for City in the UCL this week. And then we move back into some more Premier League action. But Zander, that wraps it up from us. So see you guys next time. Because last time I almost said, what was it? Something with I don't even remember. Just cut that.
No. Goodbye.
Hey. Bye. Thank you.